Prosecutors are hoping to collect nearly $120,000 from the police officer and paramedics convicted in the death of Elijah McClain. The Colorado Attorney General's office spent that money on those trials for those former first responders. Court documents obtained by 9 News investigates show that the AG's office sought court orders to force now former officer Randy Rodema to pay $67,000. A judge lowered that to about $25,000 and ordered him to pay. And they want former medics Peter Kuchuniak and Jeremy Cooper to split a more than $52,000 bill. That request is pending. Juries acquitted 2 other police officers in McClain's death. They can't be forced to pay any costs.
It's been 2 years since health opportunities changed for millions of women across the country. In 2021, the U.S. Supreme Court effectively overturned Roe v. Wade. Several states moved forward and enacted their own anti-abortion laws. But the legal fight over how far those laws can go continues. The U.S. Supreme Court did issue a ruling earlier this month protecting what could be the most common type of abortion, the drug mifepristone. The High Court could also rule any day now on whether a federal law mandating emergency care can override a state ban on abortion.
There will not be anything on the November ballot asking Colorado voters to ban gender-affirming care. That decision came from the state Supreme Court this week. A state Republican official came up with the ballot initiative to ban transgender surgeries on minors. The state's title board had already rejected it, but the GOP did not appeal that decision in time, so the state Supreme Court justices confirmed it will not be on the ballot.
There has never been a memorial honoring the dozens of people who lost their lives in one of the deadliest plane crashes in Colorado history. A group in Weld County wants to change that. Flight 629 took off from Stapleton Field, the former Denver airport, on November 1st, 1955. It crashed into a field in Weld County and killed 44 people. A man stuck dynamite in his mother's suitcase and blew up the plane in a ploy to collect insurance money. It was the first time someone sabotaged an airplane in the U.S. Becky Tassone and Greg Raymer had a friend who lost family in the crash. They're raising money and working with different local governments to try and find a spot to build a memorial.
I'd like to have a place where people could come and they could mourn, have a place of healing, and also recognize the unsung heroes that came out that night.
Look at what's happened in Colorado over the years. How many tragedies have we had? And this one's happened 68 years ago, and no one even knows about it.
Becky and Greg hope the memorial can be ready by November of next year, exactly 70 years after the crash.
This morning, DIA is getting millions of dollars to better fight an all too common problem there: car thefts. 9 News reporter Brianna Fernandez was first to talk about the new efforts and tech that the airport plans to use. Brianna, now the airport has the money to actually pull this off.
Yeah, that's right. So Denver City Council approved nearly $3 million in funding last night. That new money is aimed at helping police with the investigation of car thefts from DIA lots. The airport has been a hot spot for car thefts for years. It's a target-rich environment, and that's according to the VP of Parking and Commercial Transportation there. Lately, the airport has seen a decrease in car theft, which the city of Denver wants to maintain. Earlier this month, I showed you their plans, which include more than 200 new cameras to cover almost every square inch of its lots, plus new data storage options. The funding the city approved will help store that high-quality video for 30 days, and airport officials say efforts like this are a big reason DIA is recording fewer thefts this year than last year, and they're hoping to send a message.
One auto theft from our 51,000 parking spaces, that's one too many. It's just putting all those pieces together to help deter the auto thieves.
Numbers from the Colorado Auto Theft Prevention Authority show that there were 704 thefts in the area last year compared to 396 in 2022. So the airport did see a drop in thefts late last year after police stopped an auto theft ring. 13 people were arrested for stealing 55 cars. Now, as for those new cameras, DIA hopes to launch them next summer. For now, I'm in the studio. Brianna Fernandez for 9 News.
All right, Brianna, we appreciate you staying on top of this. Thank you.
Today marks 15 years since the death of music legend Michael Jackson. On June 25th, 2009, the King of Pop was found dead in his Los Angeles home from cardiac arrest. Jackson's death was ruled a homicide. His doctor was convicted of involuntary manslaughter 2 years later. Jackson started performing at the age of 5 years old with 4 of his 5 brothers in the Jackson 5. He won more than a dozen Grammys and is estimated to have sold 750 million albums in his career. Jackson was just 50 years old.
Federal prosecutors say Boeing should face criminal charges. They are formally recommending the Justice Department pursue prosecution. Also right now, families of people who died in Boeing's 2018 and 2019 crashes are taking new legal action of their own. They are asking a federal judge to appoint an independent monitor for Boeing.
Julian Assange will soon be a free man. According to court documents, the WikiLeaks founder will plead guilty this week to a felony charge as part of a deal with the U.S. Justice Department. Assange has been in a British prison for 5 years. As part of his plea deal, his sentence will be time served and he'll be allowed to return to his home country of Australia. The U.S. charge against Assange stems from one of the largest publications of classified information in American history. It included information about the war in Iraq and detainees at Guantanamo Bay.
And yes, we're going to see another warm day today, but the weekend comes our way. We start to cool it down a little. In fact, it's going to be kind of a split weekend. Saturday, 84 degrees, believe it or not, below normal for this time of year. Chance for a late day shower or thunderstorm. And then on Sunday, right back into the 90s at 93 degrees. Also, chance for those late day showers and storms.
And right now we are seeing a lot of slowdowns for those taking I-270. So this is right near Brighton Boulevard and York Street. You could see heavy delays if you're heading into I-25 and slowdowns also if you're coming down I-70. So that's going to be an 8-minute drive, and those slowdowns are clocking in right now at 32 miles per hour. It is slow moving out there, so definitely take it easy.
A reminder this morning, over the next few nights, RTD will be making track repairs to sections of the Southeast Corridor light rail line. That's where trains have been creeping along at 10 miles per hour. The work will lead to some service disruptions on the E and R lines from 11 p.m. through 6 a.m. Bus shuttles will replace those train routes. The delays and cancellations are expected to continue through Thursday morning.